Hello and welcome to Tuteetute. Unfortunately, I began my description in Malayalam because we have got a Malayalam channel as well. I got it wrongly. Anyhow, let us be back to Concord once again. And while describing what Concord is, we have to look for the differences between English and our Indian languages. Most of our Indian languages, especially South Indian languages, Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and such South Indian languages don't have this kind of concord. What is actually concord? Concord is the relation, the agreement between the subject and the verb. Speaking about subject, I must mention that subject is nothing but a noun. When does a noun become a subject? A noun becomes a subject when the noun happens to do an action. When the noun does an action, the noun is called subject. Okay, that is noun. So from that perspective, we must first of all consider the categories of nouns. In the normal course of things, in the English language, a singular noun can be changed into plural just by adding yes or es. For instance, let us consider this word, noun, girl. Girl is a noun. We suggest only one. Normally we add an s at the end of it and it becomes a plural. Girl singular, girls plural. Another example, let us consider box. Box. Box becomes plural just by adding es. So adding s at the end of the noun or adding es at the end of the noun. This is how we change a singular English noun into plural. Whereas there are a few nouns which do not follow this pattern. What is that pattern? It is, there are borrowed nouns in the English language. Some nouns that end in um, you must have seen that. Medium. How do we change the singular medium into plural? Medium becomes media. Here media is plural, medium is singular. Then we have another noun, symposium, and we know symposium becomes symposia in plural. So this is how we change these foreign nouns into plural. Not only medium and symposium, there are other nouns that end in um. So I advise you to collect such nouns, foreign nouns which end in um. And this is replaced with a single letter, that is a. Both these letters, u and m, are replaced with a single letter a. Symposia, media, musea, stadia, colossia, bacteria. These are all plural nouns. This is very simple. Very simple. You have heard of this. You are familiar with this. So when we take medium, which is singular, it must be followed by a singular verb. And when you take media as a subject, it must be followed by a plural verb. Similarly, symposium, bacterium, agendum, vacuum, they all end in um, and they take plural forms just by replacing the final two letters u and m with a single letter, that is a. Then we have heard of this one, axis, basis, and crisis. These are also borrowed words. And such nouns take singular form as crisis. See, this I is replaced with E. In all these cases, the IS becomes ES. But both of them are pronounced alike, similarly. Crisis, crisis. There is no distinctive difference between the pronunciations. There is only a slight difference. And you can identify or you can discern that slight difference by keenly listening. Okay. Anyhow, this is not the class for pronunciation. This is how we change the nouns that end in IS go to plural. And then we have nouns that end in ON. ON. Criterion is singular. We know the plural form is criteria. Then we have phenomenon, which again ends in on, and this becomes plural as phenomena. Why should we discuss these singular plural changes? Reason is very simple, because English is particular about the agreement between subject and verb or object and verb, which is grammatically called concord. Okay, this is all about the foreign words. I would rather you collect such nouns, foreign nouns, how they are changed into plural and how they go with verbs. Okay, then we have English noun themselves, which is sometimes compound nouns. For example, boy, servant. This is a compound noun. There are two nouns here, boy and servant. In this case, which of the two nouns should be changed into plural? In fact, the basic rule is both the nouns should be changed into plural. So you change boy into boys just by inserting an s. But this kind of here, this is also changed into plural. So why should we have two s here? So you need not use an s here. Instead say boy servants, because s is repeated. We need not repeatedly say boys servants. Okay, then we have manservant. So this strictly follows the rule, because man can be changed into plural just by replacing a with e. That becomes men and servants. This is possible because there is only one s. Here man is changed into plural just by adding e. This is how this kind of compound nouns are changed into plural. And again we have another kind of nouns. For example, father-in-law. Father-in-law. You know, in-law is a common functional part. Brother-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law. So in-law is a functional group of words. In-law. That means this relation comes by law. Therefore, you need not add s to every word. You need not say fathers-in-laws. Instead, only say fathers-in-law, brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law. Then that becomes plural. So this is a briefing about the change of nouns into plural. Why should we focus on the change of nouns into plural? Because English is particular about agreement. Agreement means concord. Okay. Now, in the very beginning, I said the verb, especially in the present tense. You must have noticed that in the present tense, we have four aspects. Four aspects means simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Simple is the aspect of action. In a previous video, I myself told you or described that simple is an aspect, continuous is an aspect. It has nothing to do with tense. Only that this kind of aspect goes with tense. When we say present simple, the tense is present and simple is the aspect of the action, how the action is done. It is the manner of the action or the aspect of the action. Then we say present continuous. Present is the tense and continuous is the aspect of the action, how the action is going. It is often answer to the question, how is it done? How is it done? It is done continuously. So continuous is not a tense, it is an aspect. This continuous goes with all the tenses. All the tenses means there is past continuous, there is future continuous. Okay, let us be back to present continuous. In the present continuous, we know present is the tense, continuous is the aspect. Again, present perfect. Present perfect. Present is the tense and perfect is the aspect of the action. Aspect of the action means how the action is done, the manner of action. The perfect also goes with other tense forms like future, past perfect is there, future perfect is there. And in the present, there is one more, that is present perfect continuous. Here the aspect of the action is perfect continuous, tense is present. And I shall give examples. See, she reads. This is present simple. Then we know she is reading. This is present continuous. This is present simple. This is present continuous. Then we have she has read. Present perfect. And then we have she has been reading. These are the four aspects of present tense: simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. These are all present, singular. She is singular, reads is also singular. She is singular, is also singular. She singular, has is singular. She singular, has again singular. These are all present singular forms. The same sentence has plural forms. When is that? Retaining the same meaning. For example, the subject happens to be they. Then that becomes they read. We don't say they reads because they is plural, read is plural. It is easy to identify a singular verb and a plural verb. A singular verb we have seen here, reads, is, has, was. In all the singular verb forms, there is an S ending. Another does, when we say does. So if the verb ends in S, you can say it is singular. If it does not end in S or ES, that is plural. That is why we have used they read here. They read is plural. Then what about continuous? They are reading. They are reading. Are is plural. It is not is. She is reading. They are reading. Then perfect. They have read. They have read. Have is plural. In the singular form, it is has. She has read. He has read. The child has read. Father has read. Mother has read. The teacher has read. Everybody has read. Nobody has read. Okay. That is singular. But here, when I use the subject I read. I is always considered as plural in the present tense. I is always considered as plural. That is why I say I read. I am reading. I have read. I have been reading. I is always considered as plural in the present tense. But when you use I in the past tense, it is again singular. Okay, and one more tense. In the past, I said there is one occasion in which we use singular plural distinction. What is that? When we change the be form into past, we get was and were. Here, was is past. The only occasion in which we use singular plural distinction is the past form of be. Was is singular, and you can see that ends with s there. So every verb that ends with s is singular. It is so. You try writing singular. Singular. The opening letter is s, and this s is always present at the end of the singular verb. The S, the opening letter of the sound singular, always appears at the end of the singular verb. That is easy to identify. So this is what we call the agreement. The subject should go with the number of the verb. So both the subject and the verb have numbers, singular, plural. We have to do a few practical examples. By doing practical example, you will get to know more about the agreement. While trying to find out the answer to the questions, we can discuss more. Here, see the sentence, I dash a lot. I said I is plural in the present tense. Here the options given: read, reads, has read, none. Here the verb, I reads is not possible because reads ends with s. Therefore, that is singular. Has read also ends with s. That is also wrong. Then read is the correct answer. I read a lot. This is simple present or present simple. Then what about you and I, friends? Are, am, were, was. Here, you and I, as some of you guess, the answer is you and I are. Why is it not am? Maybe you have a doubt, you're having a doubt right now. Here, I should be followed by am. It cannot be right, because you is plural, I also is plural. Though I alone is followed by am, when there is you along with I, it is followed by are, not am, because here I is not used alone. It is not used alone. Instead, it is used with other subject. You is always plural. So you and I are friends. Then you may be having a doubt, why not where? Why not where? Where is past. Where could be right, but here in this example, are is correct, because when nothing is mentioned about the tense, we always consider the tense as present simple. In a previous video, I discussed that. I do remember discussing that in a previous video when we were talking about tenses. When no adverb of time, for example, today, tomorrow, right now, currently, yesterday, last week, these are all adverbs of time that suggest the tense and manners of action. Here, nothing is given. No adverb of time is given here. Therefore, on such an occasion, we should understand that the tense is present simple. So here are friends. You and I are friends. Then we have one of my friends dash a doctor. One of my friends dash a doctor. And here the options are, is, are, has been, were. Okay, prima facie we avoid were because that's plural, and has been also is avoided because no action mode, no aspect mode is given. Therefore, it is present simple. No adverb of time is given here. Therefore, we always consider it as simple. When there is no adverb of tense is given, it is always present. When no adverb is given to suggest the aspect, it is always simple. Here, this is simple present. Again, one of my friends is, as you can guess, singular. Though I have many friends, here I mention only one of them, one of my friends. Never say one of my friend, say always one of my friends. That clearly suggests singular. So one of my friends is a doctor. So R has been all wrong. One of my friends is a doctor. Never say one of my friend. When you have only one friend, you need not say one of, because you have just one friend. Then you should say my friend is a doctor, because you have just one friend and you are mentioning only that friend. When you have many friends and you want to say one of them, one of my friends, one of them, one of you, one of us, one of them. So there should be on the other side a plural noun. We are picking only one from among them. So here it is one of my friends is a doctor. Then here a memorandum being sent to the authority. Many a memorandum. Been suggests it is perfect action. Perfect in passive form. Okay, see. Have, had, has, none. Which is, as some of you have guessed, it is many a memorandum. Many a memorandum has been sent to the authority. Has been. Many a memorandum. Maybe some of you are having doubt about this usage. Many a memorandum. Whether this is singular or plural. Maybe that is your doubt. Is this singular or plural? This is definitely singular. Many a, it means many. Memorandum is the singular form and the plural form is memoranda. The noun that ends in um should be changed into plural by replacing the final two letters U and M with a single letter A. So this memoranda is plural. When you avoid this A from here, you should use like this. Many memoranda. Many memoranda, several memoranda. But with the same meaning, you can say many a memorandum. Both mean the same. Many memoranda and many a memorandum. Both mean the same. The meaning of both the uses is the same. Okay, but this is considered as singular. This is considered as plural. But actually, there is no difference between the meanings. You can say the same sentence as many memoranda have been, then it is have been. Many memoranda have been sent to the authority, then it is have. Many memoranda have. But many memoranda can be changed into this structure. Many a memorandum, then this becomes memorandum is singular, therefore has been sent to the authority. Then the police. Now interrogating the terrorist. Interrogate means question. The police. Your doubt is police singular or plural? Let me ask you, is police singular or plural? No doubt. The police is sometimes considered as singular and at other times it is considered as plural. Even without changing the noun by adding s or es. We don't usually say polices. It is wrong. Grammatically, that is wrong. You should never say polices. The police. But the same noun, the police, sometimes singular, sometimes plural. When does that happen? How comes that? Here, police is a group noun. So I'm introducing a new kind of nouns named group nouns. What is a group noun? There are many group nouns. in the English language. And such group nouns behave like this, sometimes as singular. When it is considered as singular, that goes with a singular verb. And when it is considered as plural, it goes with plural verb. That is the agreement. Here, police. On a close analysis, it is clear police can be used to mention the unit as a single unit. It is a system. Then we say police is essential for law and order. Police is essential for law and order, for maintaining law and order. There, police is considered as singular because we don't mention police personnel. We don't mention policemen, individuals. Instead, we mention the unit, the whole system of policing system. So when we consider such group nouns as that particular unit or a single idea, then it is singular. But then sometimes these nouns are used to mention the people inside this group. Whenever you mention the people inside this group noun, then you should use it as plural. See, the police, here you can see terrorist is being questioned. Means interrogating. Who will question a terrorist? We know, not the system of police, it is the police personnel. You need policemen to question the terrorist. The system won't come to question the terrorist. Instead, we must mention the people, the policemen or policewomen in the group. On such occasions, we consider it as plural. Therefore, here the police, as you can guess, police are questioning the thief. Here, police is considered as plural. You don't mention this police as a single unit or a whole system. Here, you mention only a few policemen. A few policemen are questioning the thief. In fact, it is policemen. And you may be wondering whether there are other group nouns like this. Yes. We have seen committee. A committee always consists of more than one person. Then you have seen council. Council, committee, council. Then we have family. Family consists of more than one person. Family. A council consists of more than one person. Then we know government. Government is a system. Along with that, it consists of people. Government. Then we have jury. Jury. Jury is a panel of judges. A panel of judges. You need more than one judge in a jury. Therefore, jury is a group noun. Then we know crew. Crew needs more than one person for the unit. But when you mention crew as a unit, it is singular. But when you mention the crew members, it is plural. A jury. Okay, here again, then we have this society. Society is sometimes singular, sometimes plural. Then parliament. Parliament consists of many elected members. When you mention the elected members in the parliament, it is plural. The parliament are discussing a very serious issue. The parliament are. Then you say are. You may be wondering why are is being used there. It is because here you don't mention the parliamentary system. Instead, you mention the people involved in parliament. The people are discussing. The parliament members are discussing. So the parliament are discussing. Okay, then assembly. And such groups behave in this manner, sometimes singular, sometimes plural. This is very particular in competitive exams because this kind of difference doesn't exist in Indian languages. Okay, again, committee, council, government, family, police, society, crew. Then we have this staff. In the normal course of things, we never say staffs. You should never say staffs. That is wrong. Instead, staff. The principal and staff. Don't say principal and the staffs. Staffs is wrong. Then, offspring. You should never say offsprings. Means children. Offsprings. You never say offspring. Simply say offspring. So offspring is not group noun anyway. I incidentally mentioned that. But staff is group noun. Then we have school. School is a group noun. Then class is a group noun. Then we have union is a group noun. Union. Then we have party, political party, union, party. They are all group nouns. Okay, so you should be very careful while using these nouns. You must be very careful because these nouns are rather confusing, because when you mention the unit as a single unit, you only mention the idea of family, then it is singular. Family is the basic unit of a society. Family is the basic unit because you mention family as a single idea. You don't mention the people in the family. You just mention the idea. Then society. A society consists of many families. Consists singular because you mention society as an idea, not the people in the society. But when you mention the society are divided in this matter, in this matter, the society are divided. There you mention the people in the society. So I hope that you have got this. This is a special kind of noun. Visibly, its plurality and singularity is not evident. But you should go into the sense. While using group nouns, always remember when you mention a group noun as a single unit or as an idea, use it as singular. Whereas when you mention the people in the group noun, it is always plural. Therefore, this answer to this question is the police are interrogating the terrorist. Then what about this? The effect of these tablets, that's very quick. The effect of these tablets. The subject is a phrase. This is a phrase consisting of these words, the effect of these tablets. This phrase is the subject. There are many tablets here, more than one tablet is here. But we don't focus on the tablet. Instead, the focus is on the effect of these tablets. So the effect is singular. Though there is one more tablet, more than one tablet, we don't focus on the number of tablets. Instead, the effect of the tablet. Effect is singular. Therefore, as you can guess, the effect of these tablets is very quick. You may be wondering, why not was? Why not was? Was is also singular. Then I again remind you, when there is no time reference, adverb of time or adverb of aspect, nothing is given. In the absence of the time reference, you should always consider present simple. That's why is. Okay, then all the other options are wrong. Then we have that you have an experience of many years dash advantage. Here again we can see years. As you can see, years is plural. Years is plural, no doubt. But on a close inspection, you will realize that the actual focus is not on years, that you have an experience. Yes, that you have an experience. You have an experience. Here the experience is the focused subject. Though there are other words after and before an experience. For example, you is here. You is followed by properly have. Okay, but you is not the focused subject. Years is not the focused subject. In fact, in that clause, the focused subject is an experience. You have an experience of many years. That is the focused subject. Therefore, it must be followed by singular. That is an advantage. Here is an advantage. So that you have an experience of many years is an advantage. Is. Again, which way you choose on your wisdom. Which way you choose depends, depending. And prima facie way dispense with depending, because that wouldn't make any sense. Then dependent is also avoided because there is no time reference is given. Therefore, it is present simple. So, two apparent visible mistakes have been avoided. Then remain depend and depends. Both are present simple. This is singular, this is plural. Mean the same. Here, which of these words is the focused subject? Tell me, which way you choose? You is a subject of the verb choose. You choose itself is a sentence. But which way you choose? So here the actual focus is way. Which way you choose is singular. Therefore, the answer is depends. Which way you choose depends on your wisdom. Then we have P.T. Usha is one of the Indian athletes who participated in the Olympics. This is rather confusing question. Most of you are likely to go wrong while choosing answer. P.T. Usha is one of the Indian athletes who participated in the Olympics. Can you guess which is the correct option? Correct choice is was, has, have. Here the verb is participated. It clearly suggests that this is a V3 form. So we have to use one of these auxiliaries here. Which is correct? Is participated is grammatically wrong, because is participated cannot be used as a passive there, though, so we avoid that. Is. Then was participated also goes in the same line, therefore that is also wrong, the wrong passive form. Then who has participated and have participated remain. We have eliminated the two visibly wrong answers. P.T. Usha is one of the Indian athletes. We don't have any doubt about that. P.T. Usha is one of the Indian athletes. We have many Indian athletes. P.T. Usha is one of them, no doubt. But the second part says what? Who participated in the Olympics, has participated or have participated. Actually, the participation is about, or this, who has actually participated? Only P.T. Usha or Indian athletes? We have many Indian athletes who have participated in the Olympics, who have participated. Many Indian athletes who have participated in the Olympics. So we are taking that background. We have many athletes who have athletes plural, therefore it is followed by have. P.T. Usha is one of them. Okay, we are only considering P.T. Usha as one among them, but broadly we are speaking about all the Indian athletes who have participated. So the answer is who have participated in the Olympics. This have is about those who have participated in the Olympics. Next, those who love to quarrel, malformed character. Has, have, are, is. Here again, this is rather confusing. See, those who love to quarrel, there are people who love to quarrel. Who loved, those is plural. Those love to quarrel. Okay. Then those who love to quarrel, together taken as a, those who love to quarrel, those is plural. Therefore, has, have. Then here are and is are visibly wrong. We have avoided them, eliminated, and has and have. This is clearly plural. Therefore, we choose have. Those who love to quarrel have malformed character. Then he said that he dash leaving India the following week. The sentence is given in the form of narration, reported form. He said that he dash leaving India the following week. Is it was, had been, has been, or is? Which is that? He said is past. So there is time reference. Said clearly suggests it is past. Said clearly suggests the sentence is in the past tense. Okay, then he is wrong because that is present. There is no sequence of tense. While combining these sentences together, we must keep the sequence of tenses. Sequence of tenses. So, leaving India the following week, he was or had been. Has been is wrong. That is also present. Had been is past perfect continuous. Therefore, the answer, he said that he was leaving India. In fact, what did he say? I am leaving India next week. I am leaving India next week. When the same sentence is narrated, he said that he was leaving. Then Rohit, besides his friends, dash on to now. Rohit, besides his friends, who is the actual subject? The focus falls on which? Rohit or his friends? Who could be the actual subject in this? It is besides his friends, in addition to his friends. Therefore, the actual stress falls on Rohit. We are talking about Rohit. Rohit is being compared with friends. His friends are on tour now. Like that, Rohit is also on tour. Therefore, besides always suggests the number of the first used noun, subject. So, Rohit besides his friends is on tour now. You know, the conjunctions like besides. Besides, when besides is used, we consider the number of the first one. And we have this one, as well as. As well as. Rohit as well as his friends. Again, Rohit is the subject. Then except. We say Rohit except his friends. Here again, Rohit is the actual subject. While using these conjunctions, we should consider the first used subject, number of the first used subject. This part, besides his friends, as well as his friends, except his friends, but his friends, in addition to his friends, barring his friends, accepting his friends. While using all these conjunctions, we always consider the first one, the first used noun, that is Rohit. If his friends happens to be here in place of Rohit, let us say Rohit's friends as well as Rohit, then it is plural because Rohit's friends is the actual subject. So while using these conjunctions, always consider the first used subject. Then half of his wealth dash taken by the bank. Are, was, has been, is. Half of his wealth. Is wealth singular or plural? We know health, wealth, money. Such nouns are always singular because they are uncountable nouns. We know all uncountable nouns are singular. For example, all liquids, water, oil, petrol, diesel, kerosene. So all liquids are singular. And there are again nouns of objects which are practically counted as singular. They are measurable. They are not countable. They are measurable. For example, rice. We buy rice from shop in kilograms. We don't buy them by counting. 1 rice, 2 rice, 3 rice, which is rather impracticable. Therefore, we say 1 kilogram of rice, 2 kilograms of rice. So rice as a whole is uncountable. Such small, they are too small to be counted. So they are practically, it is not practically possible to count them. And such nouns are also considered as singular. All uncountable nouns are singular. I mean, the nouns that visibly singular are the names of ideas. I mean, for example, emotion. One of the examples is emotion. The particular names of emotions like happiness is a particular name. Happiness. We don't say happinesses. That is wrong. Happiness is wrong. So happiness is always singular. Sorrow. It cannot be counted. It can be sometimes measured. Happiness can be measured, not counted. So we call nouns countable only when they can be counted using counting numbers 1, 2, 3. For instance, mango, you can count. Coconut, you can count. All the trains in India can be counted. All the Maruti cars in your city, you can count. They are all countable. The people in India, it's countable. We have census by counting. So they are all practicable. Now, all the cameras, made in India, all the computers that are made in factories in India, the computer factories in India, they are all countable. The chairs in your classroom, or the tables in your classroom, or the houses in your village, they are all countable. Or the states in India, or the villages in India, or the panchayats in Maharashtra, they are all countable. But there are nouns again which we cannot count practically using countable numbers, and we measure them. They are measurable. So we can distinguish by saying nouns that can be counted using counting numbers, and nouns that can be only measured in liters or kilometers. That's why we say 10,000 kilometers is a long distance. 10,000 kilometers, though it is plural, kilometers is plural, distance is uncountable. Distance can only be measured, they cannot be counted. So here, half of his wealth is uncountable. Wealth itself is singular, half will no doubt singular. So half of his wealth has been taken by the bank. Has been taken. Why not is? Because here there is a verb taken, which is V3 form, which should be followed by has or have or had. Here this is given in a passive form. Therefore, half of his wealth has been taken by the bank. Next, lion's share of the property. Lion's share of the property dash to his brother. Lion's share of the property. Is property countable? Property is not countable. It is uncountable property. So lion's share. Property itself is singular. Therefore, lion's share of the property also is singular. To his brother. Belonging, none. No doubt the answer is belongs. Lion's share of the property belongs to his brother. Now we have half of the computers. Half of the computers that's damaged. So here is are, was, or were. Make a wild guess. Computers is plural. I said computers in the world can be counted. It is countable noun. Here it is given in plural as well. Then half of the computer. Suppose there are many computers, half of them, we don't know the actual number. There can be 2 computers. Then half of the computer is wrong. One of the 2 computers is right. Then that is singular. Here, the number is not specifically mentioned. We don't know how many computers there are. It is generally at last said computers. Half of the computers, we must assume that there are many computers, maybe 10 or 20 or 25 or 100. If the half happens to be taken, then that would also be plural. Therefore, half of the computers are damaged. Here 20 kilometers. I said kilometer is countable. Kilometer is countable, but this kilometer suggests distance. It is a measurement, not counting, not natural counting. We cannot naturally count kilometers because no kilometer is naturally available. We can count only naturally available entities. Okay, I mean in shapes, naturally shaped objects. For example, mango has a natural shape, and there are such different objects. So kilometers is just measured. It is a man-made measurement. So this is singular. Though it is 20 kilometers or 20,000 kilometers or 20 billion kilometers, it is singular. So 20 kilometers is a long distance. Here a period of 5 years. Year is countable. But here we mention a period of 5 years. Suppose 5 years, it is plural. 5 years have passed, 5 years. But here these 5 years is considered as a single period. So a period of 5 years have passed, has passed, had passed. No. Sure, it is has passed since we met. We met last, and since then period of 5 years has passed. Period is singular. Though 5 years is plural, it is a period. There is only one period. This year, the number of applications dash more. This year, the number of applications. Here we know applications is countable. Applications, we can count the applications. But the actual focus is not on applications. Instead, the number of applications. The number being singular must be followed by single. So this year, the number of applications is more because it is singular. Then the jury. Please go back to the group nouns. I mentioned at the beginning, in the very beginning of this video, that jury is a group noun. Again, I'm reminding you, repeating, as group noun behaves, a group noun has dual nature. It is simultaneously singular and plural. When you mention a group name as an idea or single unit, consider it as singular. On the other hand, when you mention the people inside the group, then it is plural. Here the jury dashed different opinions on the issue. The sentence is very clear from the sentence, from the expression given here, it's very clear. The author is actually mentioning the people in the jury because they have different opinions. He mentions the people. The unit, if you consider jury as a single unit, there is no meaning in considering different opinions. Different opinion is always held by different people. Therefore, jury have different opinions. Jury have different opinions. Here, Arjuna besides the Kauravas. Here again, besides. Besides is conjunction, as well as besides, except, in addition to. Then, but. These are conjunctions, or while using these conjunctions, always consider the first used object. First used is Arjuna. Arjuna is singular. Therefore, Arjuna besides the Kaurava was present at the time of Bhishma's fall, means was, where, had been. Here, this is past because Bhishma fell long before. So, was. Arjuna besides the Kauravas was present. Then either Tom or his younger brother dash abroad is or was none. Who is the actual subject? Younger brother or Tom? Actually, younger brother should be considered as the real subject while using either or. While using these structural conjunctions, always take the second subject. If the second subject happens to be singular, it must be followed by singular verb. If the second happens to be plural, it must be followed by plural verb. Here, either Tom or his younger brother. Younger brother is visibly singular, therefore is abroad. Then few members dash absent. Few members. And members we know is plural, members. No doubt it is plural. Few members are absent. Then we have the horse and carriage waiting for you. Are, where is none. Is horse and carriage singular or plural? There are certain expressions in which they are used in pair. Horse and carriage is used in pair. Bread and butter. These two nouns are used in pair. See, cup and saucer. The horse and carriage. Such pair of nouns should be considered as singular because they are always used as pair. Horse and carriage as a single unit. It's a unit, single unit. So the horse and carriage is waiting for you. Never say horse and carriage. You are likely to answer wrongly because and is always used to mention plurality, and X and Y together make a plural sense. But in these particular expressions in which these are used, bread and butter or cup and saucer are considered as a single unit, therefore singular. So the horse and carriage is waiting for you. Bread and butter is good for breakfast. Bread and butter is good for breakfast. My brothers-in-law barring my wife. Barring belongs to the conjunction group besides, except. Therefore, the first used one. My wife is not the actual focus. Instead, actually, we are focusing on my brothers-in-law, which is plural. Brothers-in-law. It is plural, therefore it must be followed by plural. Is, are, was, none. Which is the correct answer? Brothers-in-law barring my wife are illiterate. Here again the agenda for the meeting. That's already set by the MD. Agenda. In the very beginning of this class I said there are nouns which end in A as plural. Foreign nouns, for example, bacterium, medium, stadium are all foreign words in the English language. These nouns end in UM. These two final letters UM are replaced with a single letter, that is A, that becomes plural here. So the agenda is plural. The agenda for the meeting is wrong. Was is again wrong. Then we have the choice between has been and have been. Agenda being plural must be followed by have been. Here, a stranger with a few bundles dash waiting at the lounge. Yes, is it singular or plural? A stranger with a few bundles. Bundles or a stranger. Which is the actual subject? We know the actual subject is the stranger. He is carrying a few bundles. Few bundles don't do anything. Few bundles is not the subject. Therefore, a stranger is the subject. A stranger is waiting at the lounge. Stranger is waiting at the lounge. Here, my spectacles dash lost on the train. My spectacles. Spectacles. Specs or glasses. Is it plural or singular? Nouns of pairs of objects are always plural. For example, scissors, used for cutting, scissors. It is plural. When you say a pair of scissors, that is singular. When you simply say scissors, that is plural. Then a pair of spectacles, that is singular. But when you say my spectacles, it is plural. Okay. Similarly, socks, socks that you wear. It is always used in pair, not single one. Gloves that you wear on both hands. Gloves. Don't say glove. Always say gloves. It is plural. Then pajamas. Pajamas, it is used in plural only, in pair. Then we have pliers for cutting plier. Then tongs for holding hot objects from the hearth. Tongs. These are binoculars. They are all used in plural or in pair. Such nouns are only plural, never used in singular. At the same time, when it is used with a pair, that becomes singular. A pair of scissors, a pair of trousers, a pair of pants, a pair of binoculars, a pair of spectacles, a pair of glasses. When you use a pair, that is singular because there is only one pair. If you avoid this a pair, it is plural. That's why my spectacles lost on the train, were lost on the train. It is past. Were lost on the train, it is plural. John's family. Here again, we are coming back to group nouns, which are sometimes singular and sometimes plural. So John's family here in Mumbai, Kolkata and Cochin. Do you think that John has 3 families? Never. He is not such a man. He has just one family. But here what we mean is this family is plural. We are mentioning the members of his family. One of the members in the family lives in Mumbai and maybe his wife is in Mumbai, his daughter is in Kolkata and his son is in Cochin. So we are mentioning the members in the family. Therefore, it is plural. John's family are. This doesn't essentially mean that John has 3 families. Instead, he has just one family. Here, Mumbai, Kolkata and Cochin means the 3 members, or some of the members live in different cities like such as Mumbai, Kolkata and Cochin. Therefore, John's family is a group noun. Again, beware of group nouns which are likely to take you in the wrong path. Then a piece of bread with a few slices of banana dash tasty. A piece of bread with a few slices of banana. Is it singular or plural? A few slices of banana. Is it the actual subject or a piece of bread, which is the actual subject? The actual subject is a piece of bread. And you are taking along with that a few slices of banana. The actual subject is a piece of bread, a slice of bread. Here, a piece of bread with a few slices of banana is tasty. Is, because there is only single piece. Here, all the family members in addition to the pet dog out. All the family members. Is it the pet dog or all the family members? The actual subject, we know all the family members. They have taken the dog also along with them. The dog is not its own out, it is being taken out. So all the members is plural. So in addition to is that conjunction which always suggests the first used subject. So are out. It is plural. Then we have 5 injections. Dash a course for this treatment. So 5 injections must be used for this treatment. 5 injections. Are, is, was, none. Which is correct? This is a course. These 5 injections are considered together as a unit. Therefore, it's a course. This is a course. This course consists of 5 injections. Though there are 5 injections, these 5 injections are taken as a single course. Therefore, 5 injections is a course for this treatment. Then sleeplessness and the resulting weight loss dash dangerous. Sleeplessness and the resulting weight loss. Which is the actual subject? Sleeplessness is a subject and the resulting weight loss, that is another subject. It is actually plural. Therefore, sleeplessness and the resulting weight loss are dangerous. Are dangerous, plural. Then we have 2 liters of milk. We know milk is liquid. It is impracticable to count. We can only measure milk. We cannot count. So, 2 liters of milk dashed by cats is has been drunk or have been drunk or are drunk is drunk. It is has been drunk. Has been drunk. 2 liters of milk has been drunk. 2 liters of milk is singular. All uncountable nouns are singular. The first general elections dash held in India in 1952. The first general elections. Is it singular or plural? It is visibly plural. First general elections were held in India in elections. Then whoever becomes my boss dash bother me. I don't bother. I don't bother. It doesn't bother me who becomes my brother. So whoever becomes my boss is an idea. It is a clause. When the clause is taken as an idea, I don't mind who becomes my boss. So whoever becomes my boss doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. Then 2 and 2, 4. Either makes, made, will make, had made. Which is correct? Actually, makes is correct. 2 and 2 makes a mathematical combination. You can take singular form. Even if you say make, that would also be correct. You can say 2 and 2 make 4 and 2 and 2 makes 4. Here we have got only makes. Make is not given here because make also would be correct here. So makes is correct. When you say like this, 2 and 3 makes 5, makes. 2 and 3 make 5, both are correct. Then we have media dash a major role in democracy. Media. Is this media singular or plural? Not the other media we mentioned while discussing the plurality of medium. There, the medium is something different. Here, this media is nothing but the visual print media. It is taken as a whole singular unit. So, media has a major role in democracy. Media has. All the media taken together, all the media, print media, social media, and visual media, other TV channel media, all of them taken together will make one. That is singular. Media has a major role in democracy. Then Abraham Lincoln dash the 16th president of America. Abraham Lincoln as a single person. So Abraham Lincoln is the 16th president of America. Then why not was? Some of you are having doubt, why not was? Was is also singular. Then why not was? No, the first position still goes to Abraham Lincoln. That's why it is present. The effect of the position, the 16th position still is held by Abraham Lincoln. Even though he is no more, the 16th position still goes to, that's why it is present. Abraham Lincoln is the 16th president of America. Harry says that he dash completed the course. Harry says here the tense specification is there. Says, that is present. Here we should take present. Has, had, have, done. So he is the subject, therefore it is singular. Has completed the course. Then one of the players who dash not selected is sad. One of the players who, are, were, have, is, which is correct. One of the players who are not selected, because we are mentioning here some of the players are not selected. One of the players who are not selected is sad. One of the players actually goes to this verb. One of the players is sad. Then this part is players who are not selected. There are a few players who are not selected, and one of the players among them is sad. So here the answer, one of the players who are not selected is sad. Okay, we have come to the end of this question and answer session, and I once more remind you, Concord is a very important grammatical area. This is asked in almost all competitive examinations held across India, so you must be careful because there are high chances of many questions from this area. Okay, good night. Good. And if you have some doubt to ask me, if at all you have doubt, you can ask me. Welcome.